Alright, guys. This is just a second installment of the MERC files, talkbackworld.net, where real fans roll. The MERC here, broadcasting from the depths. Yeah, this is just a quick one. I wanted to say a few words about Expendables, the Sylvester Stallone project slated for 2010. Alright, look, guys, basically it's very simple. This movie is already the biggest movie of 2010. It might actually be the biggest movie of this decade. You see, because we knew he had Dark Knight, but Dark Knight is on a different kind of situation. But in my world, this Expendables may actually be the biggest picture of the decade. And it's coming in right at the end of the decade. So it might just cap everything off, quite nicely. I mean, look, for guys that know, action fans from days of old, you see this cast, and the cast is a dream come true. You've got Stallone is in there, Dolph Lundgren is in there, what they call it, Arnold is in there, cameo, Eric Roberts is in there. Even just that is pretty crazy, just that alone, So, basically, this is actually specifically to call out one specific name, a name that actually hasn't been called out, and I believe that should be called out. One of the greatest action guys who has not been given his fair shake of the cane as of late. We haven't seen enough of him. I'm talking about Kurt Russell, okay? And this guy's name has been thrown around a lot. They've been talking about him for different movies that haven't come to pass. He's done movies that, didn't actually really do as well as they should have done. But this guy is like a classic guy. We've all seen The Thing, Tango and Cash, Soldier, saw that Death Proof recently, granted, so you still see that the guy's actually still got it. You know what I mean? You remember Stargate, what other movies has this guy done that are big? Of course, Escape from New York. That's a big on Snake Plissken and everything. Guys, there's a petition that we've set up. Okay, Talkback World set up this petition. Sign this thing. Stallone listens to his fans. We saw what he did with Rambo. He listens to his fans. He gives it to the fans first. Fans actually tell him what they think. He goes on and he does it. Okay, Stallone is for the fans. We know to take this movie up to the next level, Kurt Russell needs to be in this picture. We've already put special mention in there for Michael J. White, Carl Weathers cameo, you know what I'm saying, Tony Jaa to up the things up a couple of levels. But the main man, Kurt Russell's got to be in this movie. Everybody's been talking about it, been on IMDb, Ain't It Cool News, what they call it, comingsoon.net. It's all over the web. Because guys know, it's 1, 2, 3. People have talked about Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is an obvious choice. When I say obvious choice, Bruce Willis in or out, it will make the movie crazy, okay, Bruce Willis, but at the end of the day, it's not the same as Kurt Russell being in the movie. Because Kurt Russell is a show banker that the movie is going to go up at least 5 levels. So the movie is already at an 8 out of 10 now. This thing will be whoa. It'll be a 13 out of 10 if you put him in the movie. So you'll actually go over the scale. So basically, look. Sign the petition. If we get enough names on this thing, somebody's going to take notice at Millennium Pictures, or Stallone himself will take notice, and they realize that, guys, you're going to get a lot of people more interested in this movie if Kurt Russell's in the movie. Because I feel that Kurt Russell is like a forgotten hero. Because he's one of those guys that people don't talk about him as much as I think they should. But if you from the 80s back then, which is when I grew up and everything, early 90s and stuff, this guy was big time. His movies, it was like Mickey Rourke. Ricky Rourke is in this movie. Mickey Rourke is in this movie. I forgot that, yeah. And Mickey Rourke is just getting a resurgence. The thing about Mickey Rourke is that if you're a Mickey Rourke fan back in the day, like me and other guys on Talkback, we never really forgot about him. The question that we used to ask, man, where is this guy? So I was watching all these stupid movies that he was doing, Double Team, Get Cut. I've been watching all of these things that nobody was watching just because Mickey Rourke was in it. So I was watching all that stuff. So for people like me, I've been actually watching his. So it's not been this huge gap that I haven't seen him since 9.5 weeks or what they call it, Angel Hearts or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that being said, Kurt Russell, sign the petition. Talkback World. The link is on this video. In that whole text for the video thing, the link is in there. So just use that link to go in and put your name down. Promote the petition everywhere that you can. It's really very, I feel that, we can actually get this guy in the movie. And Kurt Russell in this movie, that's huge. Michael J. White, he's got to be, because the thing I'm wondering that why there are not that many black actors in there. Jet Li's in the movie. Yeah, guys. So basically, just make it happen. Put your name down. Get this thing up to like a huge, ridiculous number of names. 3 million names, 10 million names, whatever it's going to be. Just get chorus in this movie, okay? Because a lot of petitions, and you know what? I think it's actually good to get petitions out there for things that actually mean something, you know, for fandom and everything. Because that way people actually know, like there's some movements that we should have had. We should have had like an anti-Snidesman petition. We never had one. We should have had one. At least then there would have been concrete proof that a lot of guys who said what was going to happen actually were right in the beginning. Because now people are pretending that it never got said, but it did get said. So anyway, look, put your name down for this thing. Expendables, biggest movie of 2010, probably biggest movie of the decade, in my world anyway. Can't believe that cast. The cast is absolutely ridiculous. It's even got Forrest Whitaker. Like Forrest Whitaker is like the undercard. He's not even like the main event. He's like the undercard. You got Forrest Whitaker as an undercard guy. Ben Kingsley is able. You can even have Ben Kingsley drop out of the movie and it doesn't even make any difference because you get Eric Roberts coming in. That's how huge this movie actually is. All I'm going to say is to Stallone is that, look, man, I've been hearing rumors that they're going to try and make it like comedy-ish or, you know, I'm like, no. Like, look, fine, have some comedy elements, like 80s action movies had comedy elements in it. But let's just not make this thing a gag fest, okay? Keep it kind of serious, and the movie's going to be good. Because you can't have these sort of guys in the movie, and the movie's like a joke. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure everyone out there will agree. Anyway, I'm very glad about this whole thing. Stallone is doing the way that he should be doing it, showing other guys how it should be done. He's not hiring all these little kids. Look at who he's hiring. And look at the hype that is generated. That's what makes you realize that all this stuff about getting kids is not the way to go. This guy's getting the old school guys. A lot of these guys are like 50 plus, if not all of them. The guys like, I forgot, even Jason Statham is in it. And Jason Statham is like for the kids. But at least he's like the main action guy of today. And the guy's in the movie. And Jason Statham is the undercard. He's the undercard with Forrest Whitaker. When guys are just at the undercard in today's world, 2010, 2009, I mean, you know, big time. Sign the petition, guys. Get Kurt Russell in this movie. Biggest movie of 2010, biggest movie of the decade. Bay out, Spielberg in.